All right, ladies and gentlemen, no new notes today. We're just going to deal with some of the stuff we've been dealing with already and get a little deeper. So, the first part of this, and I am on page 7 of, not the notes. Oh no, we're on the practice here. And we're going to start trying to dig in now and look at other people's work and find where the error is. So, this first day of doing this, I want to walk through the two problems with you to kind of get you used to what I'm looking for and what to be seen. So, here, we've got a word problem that's been turned into an equation. So I probably should start there because something is going to be wrong with this. It's never going to be, yep, everything's great. It's not going to happen. So, okay. Get Fit Gym currently has 96 members participating in their aerobics class. And this has been increasing by 2 people per week. So there's the, well, we're doing W, okay. So that seems reasonable. The cycling class has a total of 80 members who participate, and this number has been decreasing, going down by 3 people per week. Okay? And how many weeks will the number of people working on aerobics be double, 2 times as much? That's where the 2 is coming from. The number of people attending the cycling class. So it looks like this part is good. So I start looking to see, okay, where could the boo-boo be? Oh. See, this 3W is in the parentheses right now. I can't do that. So here, I'm going to circle where the problem is, right there, or more importantly, right there. So I can't subtract, or in this case, oh, geez, Hardy, I can't add, I can't talk either, can't add 3W when the minus 3W is in parentheses, right there. Okay? Now, let's do it right. So I'm going to take a moment here. Because we know that whenever there's parentheses, we've got to distribute. So we're going to multiply that 2 through. Now we can start solving here. Now I can plus and minus stuff. Now that's legal. And the nice thing about a video is, if Hardy gets going too fast, you can pause me. If I'm going way too slow for you, you can fast forward me. Man, if only you could do that all the time, right? Okay. So the last part here is called share a strategy. So sometimes this can be as simple as, hey, whenever you see parentheses, distribute first. Because they did all the rest of their work fine. They just tried to add something out of where they couldn't do it. So that's what these are going to look like. And there's going to be a lot of these spread out throughout this packet. One of the reasons this packet's so thick. Because I want us to start thinking deeper and being able, if you can look at somebody else's work and see what the problem is, you're there. Okay, you've made it, which is a really nice thing. Okay, let's play with one more of these. And then we'll get into the main event of the day here. So we'll flip this over. So we're over on page 8. There it is. So one more with the multi-step equations. I hope they didn't make the same error. Or the same person. Okay, universal shipping charge is $14 plus $2 a pound, 2x, ship overnight. Okay. Send it quick charge is $20 plus $1.50 a pound. It's like per. Ship overnight. There it is. For what weight is the charge the same? Okay, their equation's good. Oh, dear. Why does everybody keep making a mistake on the first step? It's like, then they're perfect. But yeah, that first step. That's a problem. Now, let's think about this too. This is kind of funny when you think about it. Both companies charge the same package when the package weighs negative 2.67 pounds. How do you send a negative weight package? Right? That's kind of goofy. So, okay, we see the problem. We don't know what this student's name is. So whoever this is, lost their X and subtracted it from the wrong part. Because if they'd have had the X, they'd have been like, oh, it goes over here, not over here with the 20. Now, if they'd have done the 14 first, minus 14 minus 5, that would have worked. That would have worked. So, lots of ways this could have gone well, but unfortunately, it did not. So, let's do it upright. Let's even roll with the way they were going to do it. I'm okay with this. So I'm going to minus 2x, but I'm going to actually put it with the x. So there it is. So 1.50 minus 2 is negative 0.5. But that's what I'm getting alone now. So that positive 20's got to go. No worries, our answer is not going to be negative, like the other person with their negative weight. Not cool. £12. That's more reasonable. Strategy, somebody's probably yelled it out before I'm even writing this down. Be sure to copy your terms exactly. 2 and 2x are not the same. Okay, get ready. I'm going to keep about every other assignment-ish. I'm going to pop 2 of these in, depending on what we just got done with. It may be multi-step equations. It may be some other topics as we go down the road here. So make sure you're doing these. These are still being written as assignments, even though they are only one question, technically, that we're working on. So you're getting credit, hey, for just kind of working with me today on those too. But that's going to lead us to the main event of the day, which is solving the multi-step equation word problem. So here's the good news. You're going to have a choice of what of the 4 equations to use. Hopefully we pick the right one. Now, the other part we're going to have to deal with in this, though, is going to be we're looking to solve it as well. So we're not just going to sit there and circle one and say, yep, I'm good, here we go. We're actually going to solve. So I'm going to do a pile with you here, since, again, we don't have a lesson. If you get feeling comfortable, you're like, I don't need Hardy. You go for it. You go about your business. Okay. Wayne and Sammy, Masters of Science in Biomedical Engineering, seeking a position for 2 different healthcare companies. Okay. Company A offered Wayne a salary of $82,000 plus a $50,000 sign-on bonus. Okay. Company B offered Sammy $87,000 and a sign-on bonus of $25,000. Oofda. All right. So, over the years, their salary will be the thing that keeps increasing. You only get a sign-on bonus once. So the part of their salary is the part that's going to get X. So I'm going to go through already, and any of them that don't have X's with the 82 and 87,000, that will not work. That does not have an X with the 82 or 87,000. That does not work. That is both. This does not have an X with the, well, hey, I like this. 82,000X plus 50,000. 87,000X plus 25,000. Okay, that works. So, now, 82,000X plus 50,000 equals 87,000X plus 25,000. 1,000. Your call on how you want to do this. I like to get my x's together first. So I'm going to do an oppo here. Right there. Get that out. And if you're so good with this stuff that you can do multiple steps at a time, that's fine. I do want to see, though, I want to see some work. I don't just want to see answers or just C circled and you're done. Because that's not building us up towards where we're trying to get. Oh, almost there. And they're asking about how many years, so I want to make sure years is included. Okay. So as we keep playing with these, again, I just got to kind of build into what they have and kind of start looking at problems. So Joe bought a new truck for $49,000 plus $5,000 for tax, title, and license with a 0% interest rate for 5 years. Okay. So I don't see anything here so far that's going to be multiple. I pay $49,000 once. I pay the tax, title, and license once. So no X's yet. If he made a $7,500 down payment, how much would he pay? Oh, there it is. Each month for 5 years. Okay. So all these have 49,000 plus 5,000. So that's all good. That's not going to help us narrow this down. The 7,500 does not have an X. That's also true. But if I made a payment, what does that mean? Is that going to add or subtract to my total? So what I'm trying to think about here is, okay, so these side were all good. Over here. Now this is the other thing I got to think about. And this is the part that's tricky with this one. Like months and years aren't the same thing. So if it says pay each month, I think I better change the years into months. So how many months are there in a year? There's 12. So 60 months is going to be what I'm looking for. So, okay, so we're not doing the ones and years, so it's not those two. And again, this is more about just getting you to think than anything else. So now, if this is my costs, initially I would think if I made a down payment, that's going to subtract, but that's not subtracting it from the total, that's subtracting it from here. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So let's see if this works out for me or if I got to go back and try something different. So let's see. So 54,000 equals 60x plus my down payment that I made. So we're going to subtract that out. And, oops, we're not going to multiply by 60. Woo! So now, what if I'm not sure if I'm right at this point? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so if I do 775 times 60, that's 46,500, and I paid a $7,500 down payment, which is 54,000 what I paid. I just proved that I did it right. So, and again, some of this, you may do all the work and all of a sudden it says you have a negative monthly payment. You're like, that doesn't make any sense. So sometimes I got to try to plug it back in to see if it's going to work. All right, I got a couple more I want to do with you here. Maybe a third. It just depends. But hey, it's less practice. You have to do that, right? Okay. A random number is picked out of a bag. 3 times the sum of 15 in this number. Okay. 3 times the sum of 15. 3 times the sum of 15 and the number, because sum is plus. So we know that's part of it. Is equals the same as twice the difference between 100 and this number. Ooh. Now that's the part I'm going to have to think about. Because it's not that, and it's not that. Uh-oh. Oh, we were talking about this yesterday. Which one is it? Okay, let's read this again. The difference between 100 and this number. It doesn't say less than. Remember we talked yesterday, less than causes it to flip. This isn't less than. That's the one. That's the one. Now, since I want to give you some time to play with these and stuff like that, I don't want to necessarily thoroughly go through every single one we do. These last couple, I think I'm just going to set up and help you get set up. And then I'm going to let you do your thing. But let's check one more, because I want you to be able to have a way of checking your answer to make sure it's right. I mean, yes, you could look at Hardy's key. I mean, that's true. But if you didn't have the key, what would you do? So now, if I did this right, I should be able to plug 31 into each side of this. If I type it in right? And I get the same answer. So let's say I would have tried this one instead. I'd have tried that one, and I was like, all right. And I hit that. You're like, duh, Hardy, it's 138. Okay. Oh, that's negative 138. That's not the same thing. So see, that's where you can kind of know, did I do it right or did I not? Okay, last two I'm just setting up for you, because I want you to do some of these. The average hourly wage for people with a high school diploma is 1/2 the sum, okay, here we go again, the sum of $3.28 and the average hourly wage for college students, which is our X. So 3.28 plus X. If the average hourly rate for high school graduates is $15.78, is equals. What's the average hourly rate for college graduates? That's got to be it. Now, be careful. Looks the same. It's plus. It's 1/2. It's X. But it doesn't have parentheses. The only half that go to X. So, nope. That looks like the exact same one. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, no X. No. Oh, no. No X is in the right spot. Okay. So that's the one you're going to be setting up. You're going to distribute the 1/2. The calculator's there to help you. Okay? You could even use 0.5 on here if you wanted to. You get that set. Last thing. Last page over here on page 11. There we are. Number 8. All right. 18 less than 8 times John's age is equivalent to twice the sum of 6 and triple his age. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this in pieces. 18, oh, there's that less than. There's that less than. These are switching. So how old is John 18 less than John's age. John's age minus 18 is equivalent to, equals, twice the sum, oh, what's after sum? 6, and triple his age. Let's see. Did I just, oh my gosh, it's 8 times John's age. Somebody's probably yelling at me in class right now going, Hardy, you forgot the 8. You're right, I did. Oh, now see, the first person forgot the flipperoo. Forgot the flipperoo. No good. Nope. And then here, it's twice the sum. It's twice this whole thing, not just twice the 6. So we've got that, and we're going to finish that off. So your job on these applications is do your best to find the one that works. Ask another person if you need. Check the key if need, but try to come up with it first yourself or ask a partner. And then finish these off, and we'll kind of take it from there.